Gigantea. I just got this one in about a week ago, almost 2 weeks now, and I'm going to repot him. This is a species. They tend to have a leaf span about 2 feet, so I'm going to repot him into semi-hydro. So I'm going to put him into a mixture of leca and ceramis, and then he's going to go into a hanging pot, one of my hanging baskets, because he's going to be big and I just want to give him the space. So I have a nice little white basket he can go into. He can hang out by the window, and he'll have all the room he wants to grow, and hopefully he does well. He's got a lot of little roots, got some aerial roots. There's some moss at the top, but it's mostly bark, big chunks of perlite. So let's see. There's nothing in there. That's not bad. He's got a lot of roots. See all the roots? He's definitely, so I'm going to go water him, soak him really well, wash off whatever is on there, and clean him up. And I'll be back. Alright, so I soaked him. I'm going to try to see if I can show you how I check the roots. Let's see if it focuses. See that? It just comes out, and then this is all dead. So I just trim it. Since I sterilize scissors, making it one plant after another. See, it's kind of right here. I'm just gonna cut that off right around here. Because if you don't, and you have a diseased plant, and then you use your same scissors on a healthy plant, it's no longer healthy. You just gave it disease. So it's really important. These are just nasty. If you guys can see that. And that's it. And then just go around. That's dead. Yeah, see? That's dead. So I just trim them off. Oh my god, spider. I'm just putting into more of the hydrotone pebbles. These are made out of clay, and so the way they make these is you take them and they heat them up really hot, and then it's like it dries up and it pops like popcorn or something. It creates these little chambers inside, and that's what holds the moisture. But when you use these, you gotta make sure you really wash them really well and you get all the dust off. They're very dusty because they rub against each other in the bag, and so it creates a lot of clay dust. And that clay dust will dry up your orchid roots and it will kill your plant. And it defeats the purpose of everything that you're trying to do for your plant if you kill it because it's too dry. So it's really important that you wash these really well until they run clear. And then you'll still get some because as it settles down and stuff, I think they rub up against each other, especially the ceramis. It's so small. It'll create some more, but it's not as bad. And they'll come out as you water it, but when you first start, you want to make sure you get all the dust you can out of them. Put some of the leca in the center. And it's important, I have like a 1-inch reservoir in mine. If I was just doing 100% leca beads, I would probably do 1.5 inches, so I'd make a little taller and get a bigger reservoir, because in my house the leca will dry out. Because I tried just leca by itself without the bark before I did semi-hydro, and it would just, those plants, they'd have no water. Like I'd water them and then like half hour later they were completely dry, and it was like I didn't do anything for them. So, but since I am using a lot of the ceramis and it's more moisture retentive, on such a big plant, you see all the roots are above. That's why I make sure I get a nice layer of the mica or the hydrotone pebbles. And then I do some ceramics and it fills in the holes in between. And then the roots, they just sit right above it. And then the reservoir would be down here. And that's exactly 1 inch because I measured it. It's 1 inch. And then new roots come out, and if they want to go down, that's fine. And then when he gets bigger, I can put him into a bigger pot. Or I can just cut that container open. I think it's a 1 quart to go. 32 ounces, liter, almost a liter. So I can just cut this open and switch them out into a new one. So it's not, and I got these at the 99-cent store. You get like a whole pack of these. I got this size, I got the half-size ones. I've been doing water bottles that I get from work. I just bring them home. And those are nice. I like those. They're narrower. They're not as wide, which is really nice. And then they got the little rings, and I can pretty much cut them. Yeah, this one's almost done. Leaning over a little bit. These tend to like to lean over in nature. They grow on the trees, and they don't grow like, they don't grow potted up. They grow in nature. They kind of grow like this. Sometimes I've seen them in trees, and they're almost completely upside down. And it's because, and that helps it, because that way when it rains or whatever, the gravity will naturally pull the water out, plus the breeze and stuff, and it will dry out your plant. And this one, he's big, he'll probably grow, and I've seen them in pictures and other people's, like, when they grow them at home, they tend to naturally want to go on their side, so he's a little bit on his side. So I'm not going to fight him. He likes to be that way. That's the way they grow. This will keep him, this is heavy. It's clay. He'll be happy. They like to feel secure. It's important, like, secure. See, it doesn't really move. He's in here. I could pluck him out, obviously. I just got him in there, but. And then the good thing about this is that it doesn't ever degrade or decompose. So I never have to worry about the bark or the moss or anything breaking down. It's not my greatest potting job. All right. See? It's in there. Healthy roots. See some roots here. So, and I like the clear pots because I like to see what's going on. I want to see if they die or whatever, and then I can go in there, cut them out, see if they're growing, if they're branching out. I like to see all that stuff. I like to pot them up a little bit high. This is too high, I think, for my liking. I like all this to be underneath. I don't think it's possible right now with this guy. But yeah, for right now, I think he's doing really good. That's my biggest container. A little water there, dry them out. Yeah, you don't want water in here. You don't want water in between the leaves because it'll go inside the stem and then you end up with like crown rot, stem rot. You'll kill your plant. It will die. So I always go in, I dry it out, and then and that's another thing why I like about the semi-hydro. I just water a little bit, get the water reservoir, and it just sits there. And then it's fine. And then you can't, technically, I guess you can't really overwater it, supposedly. I've yet to try that.